interpretation to it is more, it's like how you can teach a machine to mimic or act almost like human.
When you talk about adoption of AI, one of the concerns you get from people who are opposed to the change is, are we replacing people?
It was heavy, I think, in marketing as a start first due to marketing automation, Facebook algorithms, Instagram, then Meta came. So I think marketing was the most sector that's actively using machine learning.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Transformation Talks with Acardis Global. Today, I'm joined by a very special guest, Mariam Kiwan, who is a digital transformation and business transformation leader within globally and within the Middle East, working across a number of industries. And she's here today to discuss with us AI and all things AI in business and business adoption of AI and why that is such a buzzword now for so many organizations. So welcome to the podcast, Mariam.
Thank you, Khaled. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Good to have you here. So if you just start off, give the audience a bit of an introduction about yourself.
Yeah. So I'm Mariam Kiwan, digital strategist. I'm working on business transformation and AI in global companies with over than 18 years of experience now, between e-commerce, retail, and FMCG.
Excellent.
And actively, personally, I'm investing in startups, where I also see digital is a big part of it.
Absolutely.
My career.
Excellent. No, thank you for joining us today. And I'm really looking forward to this conversation with yourself because we've already had some conversations off camera and we almost jumped straight into just the world of AI and how it impacts business. Because we do have, there is, I guess, our paths cross in the ERP space, which is where I specialize in digital transformation and ERP. But we're going to talk about AI today and its impact on business. So let's just start off sort of as our in-house expert today. Just talk to us and the audience about what is AI, the different types of AI, and how businesses are using it in digital transformation.
Yeah, let's start. There is no book definition for AI. So still now, there is no, but my interpretation to it is more, it's like how you can teach a machine to mimic or act almost like human. But to think, to resonate, to predict. But what we can say, it's missing the human touch of the soul of the human itself. So this is basically, it's a way to teach a machine whatsoever it is, this machine or anything, to take decision, to mimic how we logically think. Okay, so how it learns, there is multiple ways. So AI in itself is artificial intelligence. So it is mimicking human. How human I like. We are not all smart equally. So you have talent, maybe I have talent. So there is a theory by a psychologist called Howard Gardner.
Okay.
He called it, I can't remember the name of the theory itself, but it defined like people not only according to IQ, but to 9 intelligence, maybe music. Someone is very good with music, someone is very good with math, logic, same AI. But there's few things from these 9 that AI can't do it, which is interpersonal, intrapersonal, existential. Then it can do body movement like dancing, but it can't react. You need to tell him how to. So this is like machine learning itself, or AI in general. Then if it comes to how it learns, there is machine learning, which is the main or the buzzy one.
Yeah.
And the most one which is taking the scene nowadays, which is machine learning, is teach machine. Again, how it learns, algorithms. Yeah. It's like coding before, but it's an advanced way of coding, which is called algorithm. The algorithm has multiple ways. There is algorithm which is smart in logic, math logic. There is algorithms that's smart in music, and so on. And I think the most advanced one now is the generative form, which is built on the neural network, which is part of the machine learning.
Yeah.
So let's say AI is the umbrella. Machine learning is one of the ways that AI built. There is others like symbolic AI. This was the oldest one before, maybe in the 50s, 60s it started. There is expert system. There is multiple. I can't remember all, but
but no, absolutely. But so you just mentioned something there, actually. You just mentioned about the oldest type of AI, and we're talking 50, 60 years ago. So to a lot of people, I think their first sort of understanding of AI and real world application is probably only years old, and they're seeing it in their day-to-day work and their day-to-day lives in recent years as businesses and countries start to adopt AI more and more, and it becomes more and more user-friendly. In terms of how it's impacted digital transformation for you as somebody who's very experienced in this field and what you do, how has it changed what you do and what you implement and your approach to implementing digital transformation?
No, it was there. So we are already using it from, I remember in marketing automation since like my days in McDonald's. This was like, then in KFC. It was heavy, I think, in marketing as a start first due to marketing automation, Facebook algorithms, Instagram, then Meta came. So I think marketing was the most sector that's actively using machine learning, I can say, part of the AI, because they were trying to automate the campaigns between social media, automate messages, recommendation engines in e-commerce. Then now we see it in Netflix. So in marketing, I think because they have budgets mostly in most of the company, so they adapted early. So it's mature there, and most of the system that's used for marketing is now very advanced on it. What become more efficient, I think, like with the ChatGPT appearing, which is a generative model of AI, and it's part of its machine learning, neural network, which is a subset of it. And here people started to notice it because it became touchable. It was industry experts who were using it behind the scene. Now everyone knows ChatGPT, search with ChatGPT. So it become like popular from here. Its impact on business, yes, it's impacting a lot. But I'm surprised why some business is like, no, this is generated by ChatGPT. So what is the problem if it increases my efficiency and productivity? Why do you mind?
I think there's still a lot of organizations are struggling to either get up to speed with things, the uses and the use cases for things like ChatGPT and Copilot, and also still struggling with the security that's involved there. So I've worked with clients where they've locked, all users out of ChatGPT, but and they have also did the same for Copilot. But within those same organizations, within months, they could no longer lock users out of Copilot because it's now part of their Microsoft Business license. The amazing thing for me working in the digital transformation space for so long is, like you just mentioned as well, I've been working with companies for well over a decade now, and you're getting a lot of companies today say, "Oh, we're trying to be, we're an AI company and tech first company." But decades ago, these same companies or other companies were using things like OCR, which is another form of machine learning to read invoices and automate the input of invoice entry into ERP systems. I worked with manufacturing companies who were using, again, machine learning for demand forecasting in relation to master planning and inventory management. So it's actually, like you said, it's not a new thing, but we are seeing a push today, and a lot of companies are pushing this as a new thing that they want their company to be known as in terms of AI and smart technology. Today, with the work you're doing today, what are you seeing within organizations in terms of adoption of AI and how it's rolled out to organizations?
You will see multiple ways of leadership, because this kind of things is always a leadership direction. It's not bottom up. It's
top down.
If it's from bottom up, I think it will be more efficient, because if I believe in it as a junior, I'll use it.
Yeah.
So how it started makes impact. So some organization want it as a PR line, which is it was the same with digital transformation before AI transformation, digitizing. So it is just like put system in place, give it to IT, just let it go. That's it. Then when the users or the team who are using this system itself come to it, they see it not efficient. They don't want to adapt it. They go back to the Excel sheet and refuse the Power BI. It was not as per, it's not efficient. They don't believe in it. So you will see some companies who's doing it right nowadays, starting it by creating squads, creating multidisciplinary team from different section, and like pushed by the leadership with a goal.
Yeah.
What is the business problem that we are trying to solve with AI? If there is no need or whatever in place is good, it's fine. But there is a common thing that we have, I think you will agree with me, innovation without purpose, just to have a budget that we spend, or it is just to do an initiative or to show change. So nowadays, I think that they're struggling. They want to adapt it. They don't know what they have in place, where to structure it. It's all over the place. I can see a company, I think big brands, some brands, I saw some success stories where they start to utilize it more into customer experience, call centers.
Yeah.
I think here in experience, big brands, I see it implemented the right way by, we call it, they remove the noise.
Yeah.
They automate the predictive and humanize the emotion.
Yeah.
Because let's say in this field specifically, maybe you'll agree also or not, we can discuss it. Like if you are a customer and now you are automating the replies through large language module system or algorithm, and you are frustrated. You want to be heard.
Yeah.
You just don't want a solution.
Yeah.
So these systems or AI can help in FAQs. If someone is asking for basic things, and then when there is a frustration customer, AI can detect it's the frustration, but it can't script well emotional message to you or absorb you or answer to you on a human way. Yeah. So you will lose touch with the brand if you completely automate the experience end to end. So I see some brands really doing it well. I don't want to mention names, but I saw but it comes on a cost of human.
It does. And I think I agree with you. I don't see many. I see some brands doing it, but not a lot of brands are managing. I wouldn't say they're not managing the customer experience through AI well, but you can't get away from the fact that I know when it's AI, right? You know, I ask it a question. There is a slight nuance to my question. I get a generic response. I ask it again. I get the same generic response. Yeah. It's not a human behind it. And I think with any kind of machine learning, I think you mentioned, you know, how does the machine learn earlier? It's still human input in terms of the prompt and what we're giving the machines to learn so that they can be effective. So I think that side of it is interesting. Yeah. I'm interested to know from your experience or from what you're seeing today in the market, are there more businesses today implementing AI that is effectively getting closer to replicating the human aspect that's needed in AI? And I ask that from the point of view of when we talk about adoption of AI, one of the concerns you get from people who are opposed to the change is, are we replacing people? Are we replacing jobs? And I guess as long as, I always say AI can't replace your role per se, because it still needs, there's a level of human input, like you say, to understand that nuance. But what are you experiencing sort of in the market today with that?
It started to replace, but it's not the AI who replaces. It's someone who knows AI is replacing you.
Yes.
It's not the AI.
Exactly.
There is no AI.
I agree. I absolutely agree. AI doesn't just walk into the room and take your job, right?
So someone knows how to use the AI efficiently is taking your job.
Yeah.
So yes, it will impact, but it is like maybe in 80s or before, I don't know, that when they say computer is coming, it is now AI is coming, and you need it. It is not efficient for me to put someone who do edit for hours while he can't use, for example, a newer version of Adobe Premiere, which have certain feature and doesn't want to learn.
Yeah.
So there is, I don't think, I feel companies need also to be ready before they adapt for the sake of the economy itself. And people need to work on themselves, even us, like I'm digital person. Once I hear something new's coming, I need to go and learn it.
And invest time.
Finance people go and develop themselves. So
Absolutely.
if you are a finance guy, that you will still sit on Excel sheet, while there is a lot of people who can adapt AI or learn how to use it, then they will replace you, not the AI. The person who work on himself. So it's a market competition.
Yeah, I know. I absolutely agree with that. And I think just going back to something you said earlier on about how AI is driven and rolled out, whether it's in countries and companies, when it is that top-down messaging, I think what's important to come out of that messaging is what you've just said. This is coming. This solution is coming. This is how it's going to work. This is the efficiencies it's introducing. And we're introducing efficiencies here, so you can focus on, for most companies, it's focused on, innovation or value-added tasks over here. But it's, again, if you learn about the AI, you understand the efficiencies it's introducing, you then understand what you can then focus on in terms of innovation and value add. And then in that case, it doesn't replace you.
Yeah, of course. It will improve your productivity. It will improve what you are good at. We as human, good in strategy, good in emotional intelligence, in dealing with each other, in experience. So instead, like, especially in this field of customer service, people from cold and noise and anger, customer, if like the AI took a big portion of this from you, when you talk to a customer, you will make him a happy customer, not a frustrated customer.
Yeah.
If in marketing, instead of finding, like, trying to look across thousands of Meta results and Google results, and you can just go through a dashboard, use automation, think creatively. If you are a copywriter, just take a base from whatever solution that a company is adapting from large language module and use it. If you are a translator, don't spend hours just translating from scratch. Just use it, humanize it, make the human part of it. So it is. It will.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that kind of flows, because I was going to ask you what's next in the space for AI, but just from what we're discussing here, it feels like the next step is whoever is able to. The race now becomes to whatever solution you provide, you've got to be able to humanize it as quick as possible. So whoever gets that point where it can understand emotion and again some of the nuance needed in some of the decision making, that's the person who wins. But then the question I have is, can AI ever get to that stage, in your opinion, of where it will have almost an emotional understanding of a situation? It will have, it could understand that I have a task I want to achieve, but there's a time constraint, and therefore help me strategize and, with that time constraint in mind, or help me strategize in line with the people I'm dealing with and their emotions. And can it then embody that emotion and provide a response?
If I want to simplify it, if for example, now we are asking ChatGPT to write a script.
Yeah.
about how happy Mariam is by being with Khaled.
Yeah.
Does he understand what he will be writing?
Yes, to an extent. Well, interesting question, because if you just say you want to write a script about why Mariam is happy, it will use language that will just indicate that you're happy. So in somewhere in the script, it will say Mariam is happy to be on the podcast with Khaled. However, and I'm a big fan of ChatGPT and things. So my methodology when I'm using it is I always start my prompts by explaining to ChatGPT or Copilot who they are. You are this person. This is your role. This is your objective. This is your main aim. And based on that, do this task. So then almost you, and that's why I asked the question, because I'm having to feed in the emotion to almost ChatGPT, so then they can give me the type of script I want.
Yeah, but the script he wrote, is it a thought?
Yeah.
No, it is just word prediction next to each other.
It's
from things he learned from others. He doesn't it is not like...
Oh, okay. It's not gone away and it's gone to a database and it's an algorithm. Okay,
he doesn't feel,
point.
He doesn't understand, yes. He doesn't know what it's doing. You need to give it a goal.
You need to explain to it.
You need to be as much... He doesn't feel, he doesn't know, he doesn't understand. Just, this is the truth.
Could we get to a stage though where, like you say, I don't know, you type something in or you give a prompt or whatever, and it does... Well, it's never going to think, right? That's the reality. It's never going to think. It's always going to be a database. But is there some way in that database where it can do a calculation to assess likely emotion or likely emotional state?
Yeah, it can understand from your words what it means.
Okay.
But I was talking before the podcast about the iRobot movie. You remember when
when he was
this? What does this mean?
Yeah.
So you need to tell him everything. He doesn't know. He can understand now with the facial algorithm, facial recognition. He understands the frustration from the happiness. But if something out of this he doesn't know, it will hallucinate.
It will register.
And even this, when it is not culturally the same everywhere.
Yeah.
So the wordings, if this sign itself, if you do it in one country, it's like, oh, smart, for example. In our country, if you did it to a girl, it's like, oh, he's...
Yeah.
So he doesn't understand. But we as a human understand, so we don't do what we shouldn't do.
Yeah.
But he says, you correct. So you need... That's why the whole thing that someone can just take a copy-paste and it's all wrong.
Yeah.
It was not enough to correct him. To correct the system.
You didn't provide the right inputs again about...
And corrected, no, emotion. It is not that feeling. It is not this word. It is not how it is. No, sometimes you get mad on it. It's like, no.
This is not what I want,
I
actually do sometimes. Because, you know, whenever you get a response, it's, oh, is this what you was looking for? Like, no, this is not what I was looking for. Do it again.
No, I think it's like leave to AI what is predictable.
Yeah.
What is repetitive.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And leave to the human interaction until something really happens, because we don't know innovation and technologies. But I don't think you can replicate the human. You can mimic, which is this neural network things that getting from multimodule system and all of these things, the agent AI. But you are the influence. You are the one who will tell him, book for me a ticket.
Yeah.
You are the HR department who will automate the process by saying, okay, I have a new employee. How the AI will know that there is Mariam, which is joining the company, to create the email for her and give her access to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Someone needs to train this, and the train needs to be right. And this is one of the big issues that we are facing here, that people... It is just now titles. So digital people didn't go learn for AI, for example, or just put it on their CV and then they got the job. Then they adapt and they have bad data. They feed in bad data. The systems are biased. output are wrong, then people fed up from this system and abandoned it. Same from years even with digital. Like we start a project, but we don't know what's needed for this project, or we don't have the experts who knows the data, and we know it. If you put rubbish in, rubbish out.
Always.
But with AI, it's million of impact compared to the normal decision trees that we used to do before. With biased data, there is a company, this is a real incident, that HR system built fully on AI that started to prefer always hiring male over female. It's biased.
Wow.
And it was a huge issue in this country because of the human rights, ethics, and all of this. And it was all because the sample data that this system trained on, he doesn't know. He feel like they put for him data that it is saying that, okay, with every 100, there were 2 females.
So now
it's preferring always.
Yeah, I'm going to maintain the ratio.
And I'm afraid because I see a lot on LinkedIn now, people saying that, did anyone gets job from LinkedIn, but most of the company is using new AI systems. So they are filtering resumes based on this. So maybe there is something wrong. And maybe when we adapt it, because you need to do it right. It's a big thing. To have like a proper system working, you need big data.
Yeah.
Big data. It's not like, now I see people doesn't have data and want to adapt AI. On what? Then how? What can I do for you?
Like you said, it's AI is supposed to, remove inefficiencies and speed up repetitive tasks. If you don't have big data, you don't have that much in the way of
you can do this
tasks.
onboarding tasks, but if you want to really utilize it, it needs data, and data needs to be right, and data needs to be representative. Absolutely. And data needs to be, if it needs labeling, it needs to be labeled. If it is just detecting pattern, it needs to be enough data for the, what we call it, whatever demography, whatever things that we are trying to solve. So again, to your first question, if a company wants to do it, it needs to have a goal. And the goal needs to have a team, and the team needs experts, and experts needs the data, and the data needs and it's a cycle. It is not that easy to really say that I adapt AI.
There's a full suite of processes that goes into it. So just I guess one final thing on this is, what are you working with today in terms of actual AI applications? What are the applications you're using today? Because you've mentioned, obviously, you work in the different industries across tobacco and the rest. And what applications are you using to support your digital transformations?
Most of the system have AI, but till now, regulatory perspective, we don't like having built our own algorithm, for example, but we are using Microsoft Dynamics with whatever in it. We use Zoho with whatever it provides. We use Hotspot with whatever it provides. So we're still, because big brands still have its regulation, so we are adapting. But we started to integrate ChatGPT in a lot of things. Already most of the big companies, SAP, Salesforce, all of this started to have Einstein. All of this now have its own AI and machine learning, which we are using in our system. But we didn't build a complete solution. Because I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel unless we are a technology company. And here is the difference, that you call it an IT project if you are building from scratch. You call it something, but if you are just utilizing something, then I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I will use I'm always with this mindset, get as easy as possible to do the transformation and get it tested, adapted well to your need. Not just to say, I did this. So this is...
You've got to go through the full process of transformation. And if it is, like say, if you're not reinventing the wheel, then it's a business change. Because I'm seeing a lot of businesses today who are implementing ERP like Dynamics, and Dynamics now has Copilot integrated. So when you open a customer record in Copilot, it gives you, a brief paragraph to say, this customer has this amount in open transactions, last invoice was this date. But users are not using this. It's there, but they're not using it.
Because
it's the out of the box solution. I guess they're not. Again, that's not the message that's come down. The message that's come down is this is a new system. It has new features, but AI is not the thing that they're pushing. I see it a lot with like data and reporting and Power BI and things like that. But still, I'm still not seeing it much in the ERP space.
Yeah, ERP, I think, is at the trickiest system within the whole layers.
Yeah.
Always because of the financial input, supply chain.
Yeah.
So it's like touching a lot of areas, and to align all of these people is and make them get the full potential of the system.
Yeah.
They need to believe it. They need to really, but here they will get replaced over time. Whoever doesn't use the technology in hand.
Yeah.
I started to see it, and there is no way, because there is economical pressure as well on all companies. There is, so reduce resources. So when they come to the innovation people or the transformation people, they tell us, what can you do for us? I have KPIs. I'll tell them, you can utilize, you can reduce 1, 2, 3. You need to get the resources who can use 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So it ends up that everyone needs to scale up, and systems now we don't need to build. I still like only technology company is building. We are utilizing. We need just to adapt right, choose the right solution, and forget names. Like I faced in one of the companies an issue between using Magento or Shopify. So it's a favorite just names. It's use cases. It's what works here can't work here.
What are our requirements and which ones meet? Which
Regulatory places versus FMCG limitation. What infrastructure are you trying? Multiple interfaces, multiple system versus just plug and play. So forget names. That's what I usually say. Guys, forget name. Say what you need. As a subject matter, as a finance guy, what do you want? How can I help you?
So that's interesting. So you actually meet clients and users who say to you, "Oh, I want to use this system because it's the name in the market."
Because my cousin in his company is using
this. I do hear that a bit as well, with more to do with some of the integrated solutions to do with like banking and reporting and things like that. So you do hear that. But you're right. It's what are your requirements and
forget names.
Look at the best solution based on your requirements.
Exactly. In e-commerce specifically, it's like a preference of let's use Shopify. Okay. But let's see requirements. Yeah. If you are multiple interfaces, if the rules allow you on their systems, forget names. Why you care? Away from IT for security or digital transformation as a finance guy or as a marketeer or as a retail. Yeah. Why do you care? You should care about the requirements, not just be... It doesn't matter. And for us also, it doesn't matter. We need the easiest, simplest solution. This is the difference. I think to be like a truly digital transformative person, you really need to use as fast, as simple, as less, because if something fails, everything fails. Yep. So with architectures that we are using now, no, not when one thing fail, everything will fail. It's a finance which fails, but we can save it from the e-commerce system, and then so we know what we are trying. We need data matching, so don't just forget names. Yeah, get it done, because there is now, I think every day there is a new AI solutions for video editing, for facial recognition, for voice recognition. Okay, what do you want? Yeah. Again, what do you want? No answer. And then you get, sometimes this is like what's frustrated. You spend your budget and you're not utilizing it.
Well, because they didn't know what they wanted in the first place, or they just plug this in and let's go. And it's like, well, no. Yeah. I get that a lot with the ERPs. Oh, SAP is better, or this is better. And I said, they actually all have the same modules and they do the same things. It's some slight differences in the UI and how it works. And
let's be fair, if someone puts something here, the other one will do it here.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's just...
but that's the beauty.
It's just cost issue. Yeah. Different pricing, branding.
Exactly.
But I don't think if I'm a technology company, I see SAP put something, Microsoft will do it in few days.
Yeah.
Imagine to get it, Shopify will get it, BigCommerce will put it.
Yeah.
Zoho will put it, Odoo will put it, HubSpot will put it. It's just about cost, unification. Like this, there is few differences that will dictate. It's a requirement, and the complete infrastructure that needs to work in harmony. AI is not different. It is these, what we said, big names are AI.
Yeah.
All of them have AI or machine learning. Nothing new.
And there's a standardization that happens as well with business process and regulatory, which means most of these solutions have to work in the same way, right? To meet those regulatory requirements.
Exactly. So I think it's like AI topics more, the struggle in it is the ethics, the culture, and the regulation of it. It's still new. And the safest way for me as business is to utilize the names who is getting the already the trust that secures the data. It is tested, it's protected by them.
Yeah.
If I am building, then it's fully my responsibility and I need to do it right. And there needs to be a fair timeline for us as a company to build the system if I'm not choosing the system. And the other thing is just make it culturally fit. If it's language, but this is like more into the customer service again, because I think this is the area where is taking the attraction of customer experience using AI from end to end, like from his experience in the store, how it can sensors to recognize it, facial, to smile for him that he's happy or happy or sad customer detection in the store, to take his data. Then when he convert online, you can have his eye. So the complete end-to-end journey needs smart end-to-end architecture, which is I didn't see someone fully implemented, but it will be coming. And this is like the new omni-channel. The AI omni-channel of
it's like,
businesses.
If you've seen the movie Minority Report, the guy walks into the shop and then it does the eye scan and says, "Oh, you're back. Would you like to look at this and this? And go here for these items."
Exactly, the complete experience. And if the same guy is going into my website, he didn't put his password. He can just scan his face, which he scan it in the store or voice. Then it's like make it easier. Like now it's easier. I just don't have to type.
You look at your phone and you get access to
I look my phone. It's more secure as well. So I think this end-to-end is what in hand. So this is the real AI, not the AI that people is talking about, that the robots will crusade the world and tomorrow we will find like automated war. And this is the influence. If it's happening, it's people influencing this decision, but I think AI for business is the experience, how it can make the customer experience better from his visit to store to his watching movie, if he's or buying from me from e-commerce, how smartly I can utilize the available AI, which is now on already there, which is I think with the multi-module utilized already in multiple places. At least you don't need to get this module and this module and this. Sorry, is this algorithm? This algorithm. It's not. It's just now they have modules. A bucket of algorithm good with this and this, and you can just train it.
Have it as one solution that gets trained.
But the more you train it, the more it gets better. So just start small. Don't also, because I think most of the winters that's happened for AI before, because it started 1950 something. It goes vibes like now. I don't think this one will have a winter anyway soon because it started to prove its impact. But it's always like gets vibes, venture capitals, investments pushed, overestimating the outcome. Didn't wait enough for things to show its fruits. So they get desperate, then they fade, then again.
The cycle starts.
I remember like they tried with therapists. They tried with chess games. They tried with multiple things. And a lot of investment puts, then it faded, which is the AI winters. But I don't see it. this time. I don't think.
It feels like it's had sustained momentum for a few years now. And it seems to be growing. So
but it needs its time, because again, there's companies who have data, companies doesn't have data. Ambition is big. You can, as a digital person, I can say I want, from, as we were discussing, from my store experience to home experience to delivery experience, everything to be seamlessly AI. I can do it, but I need enough data. It needs time for me to train the language, which country I am, as Arabic and English, especially if you are talking UAE, which language you will train this system, which culture you will train it. So you will need a representation.
So you have to build it from the ground up in terms of the information you feed in order to get valuable outputs.
I can use whatever, like in these terms of ERP, marketing automation, because it's already there is. But seamless experience that really will make impact, especially if you are talking to Egypt, we are all speaking Arabic. It will be faster for me to, if I know that I have to adapt because I didn't get it and it's English and I just push it for people and expect results. But I will prioritize one language. But if you look to GCC or you look to UAE, it needs to be very careful. We are 3 in the room from 3 different countries, different background, different culture, and you need to train the system. If in one room 3 different, what if we
will all be using that solution expecting a tailored experience when we get there, right? So
I if I'm not speaking English, and if I'm frustrated and I'm saying bad words in Arabic, and the system didn't get it in the store, that they say it will be all machine learning, all AI. Or so how it will interact? They need to expose to enough Egyptian accent, Lebanese accent. So it takes time, and we can go there, but we need time.
It takes time.
We need expectation to be set with leadership, because they can't give me a timeline of 6 months because they promise the investors that they will do this and this will have this impact on KPIs. So it needs to be realistic.
There's a flow that it needs to go on.
It's not easy. It's not easy to really make use of all of this, because they all come out of sudden. Not every company have enough data, plus utilizing new technologies and make seamless. We just breathe of the omni-channel. We started to know how to really do omni-channel experience using what was available. Now this needs a complete revamp.
And you got to go through that again now.
Now, because like I'm studying in John Hopkins something new about AI, and what they are talking about is like already in labs that's becoming is huge. So we need just to, but here's the issue, that companies need to know that it is not an easy task, and not everyone puts growth and AI manager will deliver for you what you expect. And it needs a due diligence, it needs goals, KPIs, realistic timeline, short term, long term. Choose your battles. If it's marketing and you're struggling with sales, then invest more AIs in marketing and sales and forecasting and supply chain. If a brand building and you are already want to have something advanced, or you want to have less resources, then invest more in smart shops. What do you want? It's not just open, adapt AI. We will be with, this is what I hear in news, that with 2030, everything will be AI. What does this mean?
Everything will be AI.
So what should I get from this ad? It's an ad on the way while I'm coming. And take this course or join this initiative, because by 2030, everything will be gone. Gone where?
And if you don't know AI, you have to go live on the rock. It's not.
It's not like this. It's also scaring people. You are selling what?
And I think that's why conversations like this are really important. And I think it's been really good speaking about this today.
Yeah.
And, I think one thing listeners can take away is we said that the robots are not taking over the world. So let's hope that's the case.
And if
they
it
do,
is not the robot, it's whoever
there's a
has the
person behind it,
intention
right?
to
Absolutely.
program it this way. It's people power, people influence. AI is nothing. It's just...
sadly, because it is people behind it, there will be obviously uses of AI which are not great, but for now, I think we're safe from the robots taking over.
No, bias is a human bias.
Yes.
Violence is a human violence.
It is.
It is not AI.
It's not. That's it. Absolutely. So, thank you very much. Really good having this conversation with you today.
Thank you.
Pleasure speaking with you, Mariam.
It's my pleasure.
Please, let's do this again and have another conversation.
Sure.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cut.
Okay.
How was that?
Good.
Good.
Good, yeah. You got into it.
Yeah.